Today we're gonna make these delicious goat cheese triangles with honey. So I've made tiropitas on our show before, and I have that recipe. You could click this link to see that full recipe, but this is a variation to that. We're making the filling with goat cheese, and at the end we're gonna add honey, so it's a nice sweet flavor to them. So we have Phyllo, like we would do a normal tiropita, which is a cheese triangle. We're gonna do mini, so I've taken our Phyllo and I'm actually gonna cut it in thirds. So I'm gonna fold it in thirds so that I can cut them. Take a knife here, and we're gonna cut the Phyllo. So now that we've cut it in thirds, we're gonna take our one sheet with butter. Butter that down. We're gonna fold that in half. Butter. And we're gonna do just regular goat cheese, nothing in this. We're just gonna take softened goat cheese. We're gonna fold down the top a little. More filling, right like that. And then we're gonna fold them like a triangle. So corner to corner, down, over. When you're folding this and it looks like there's not enough room, you could do a couple things. You can cut that piece, or you can also just fold it up. So that way when you come down here, it has a nice clean fold to it, so that there's no end pieces. Because sometimes when you're baking it, and if it's a little bit in the end here, it'll get flaky and it won't look as good. So. When you're doing these triangles, everybody likes to do them different sizes. So the size that I made when I folded the Phyllo in half, they make a little bit more of a bigger triangle. So you could also fold the Phyllo in thirds and make a tinier triangle, which is great for an appetizer size. So I'll show you here. So I have already cut our full sheet in thirds, and then I'm gonna butter this sheet here. I'm gonna fold this again in thirds. So 1, 2, 3, like this. Make that nice and flat. Take our butter. And then this is just a little bit of a smaller size, so that way you can do this for, like if you were doing past hors d'oeuvres at your house. It's just another variation to show you. Everybody has a different preference on how big they want to make them, but I always like mini. That way I can make more and it looks a little bit more abundant. Let's fold that in. So look at that little tiny triangle. So now that we've made all our triangles, we're gonna take the butter and just brush the tops of our triangles. And we're gonna sprinkle little sesame seeds on there. I've preheated the oven to 400 degrees. And we're gonna bake these until golden brown. So a little sesame. Perfect. These are going in the oven. So our tiropitas look amazing. These are goat cheese triangles with honey. So now our honey. They're nice and golden brown. We're gonna take the honey when it's hot and drizzle it right on top. And I promise you, your guests are gonna be wowed by these because it's such a unique flavor, the sweetness and the cheese. And then they're ready to serve. So we're gonna replate them over here. Can't wait to dig in. For the full recipe, visit nikkigleckis.com. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and for more entertaining tips, follow me on Instagram.